So today we'll be both polishing and engraving on a stone. First off, you'll need to draw or place somehow your drawing on a stone. After you get whatever you're going to draw or put on the stone, you'll need to start engraving. So first off, I started with a small cylindrical bit. It's more like a flat disc bit. It's just a really tiny one. But this long cylindrical bit will do pretty much the same thing as well as a disc bit. You're just going to outline, so you don't have to actually try to engrave deep. Pretty much just follow the lines and just mark it is basically all you're going to do. So once you get the markings down, it's just so that you don't lose your lines and you don't have to go back and try to align the drawing with anything or try to redraw anything. So once you get your outlines already done, you'll just pretty much start chipping away at it. And like I said, don't be afraid to try different types of bits. Anything that's got a flat surface will pretty much work for your outlines. And then once you get your outlines done, you can work on the rest of the rock. So for this one, we're not just going to engrave it. We're going to take off some of the sides and bring the parrot out of the rock, so it's gonna sit, with a little more volume to it. But as you can see, the parrot's actually starting to come along. You can actually see the lines a lot better. So once you get this, don't worry about whether or not you're accurately on the lines. You'll go back to doing a little bit more detail work with this, so I wouldn't worry too much. Just kind of get your lines going and then go from there. There's several different ways and techniques to getting those lines in there. It just varies from bit to angle. As you can see, it's nicely engraved in the rock. So now we're going to use a different bit. Now you don't have to use this one. This is just more of a big cylindrical bit. It's kind of wide, kind of thick. I'm just going to chip off some of this rough stuff on the top and smoothen that out. It's already kind of deep, so I'm just going to use that same depth that it has and take it down just a little bit more. And the reason I turned it sideways is to create that same depth on the sides, and then get up in the close to the bird's feathers. It's just gonna kind of help me or guide me in the how far down I want to go, so I don't go too far down, and I don't have it kind of shorter on one end, higher on the other. This is gonna kind of help me there. Guide me, I guess you could say. So I'm going to switch over now to a different type of bit. This one's more of a rounder. Like I said, just kind of taking this down a little bit more than what I needed to. And I'm going to switch over to that cylindrical bit that we were talking about earlier. It's just cylindrical with a flat tip. And I'm just going to follow that line and take the rock down some more. We're just going to create a little volume to the parrot. And this is a great bit to start with pretty much everything if you don't have a flat cylindrical bit or anything to do lines with. This one's really great for starting out your little edges, and then the slant you have can chip away from the sides. If you need to turn it upright in a 90-degree angle, it's got the diamonds in the front, so it will chip away a flat surface if need be. So this is a pretty nice little bit. It's got multiple functions. It can create slanted look, pretty much anything. But we're gonna go ahead and chip away at the sides. We're gonna take all that rough stuff, grind it down, and make everything pretty smooth and create that depth that we really want. Because we really want this bird to just pop out of the rock. Just gonna put the eyeball in there so you know where it's at. Now we're gonna switch over to this one bit. It's a kind of like a cone with a flat tip. It's not really narrow. We're just gonna get in there and just kind of scrape and lower that rock down and get in there and get in some of that detail work a little bit. Now this one's a really great bit, as well as that cylindrical, to go back and outline your rock and get these nice little crisp, clean cuts in there and just kind of smoothen things out. After this bit, I usually use this other one that I'm going to use for, it's the same cylindrical type or cone-like bit. It's just got more of a fine tip. It's really great for really tight fitting areas. It's really great for really tiny detail work. It comes down to a really fine point. It's kind of a little wider at the top, but that one does really great for all these little fine details. I'm just gonna kind of really get in there and make that beak more popped out. Now we're going to switch over to that same cylindrical bit that I had earlier with the flat, that really small one. Now we're really going to get in there and actually do the detail work. So if you had any flaws, don't worry about it. When we get onto this last little piece, we're going to really get in there. We're going to make those lines pop out. It's going to really make the bird come out. It'll make these feathers really show. This time you're really going to get in there and engrave. You don't have to push too hard, just let the Dremel do the work. just need to add that water, keep it nice and moist and nice and cool. If you really look at this bird, you'll notice that the feathers are a lot more pronounced than the rest of the bird. You can really see the detail work now. And you can definitely feel it once you touch it. Once we finish this little bit, we'll move over to the beak and kind of really get in there and do some detail work on that beak and make it to where you can really tell that that's a parrot. After we do this beak, we're going to go ahead and hit this stone up with a sandpaper starting with 150, and we're going to work our way up from 150 all the way up to 2000. Now this will really make this bird shine and really give it that real nice color that's really hidden underneath this rock. Like I said, you'll work your way up from 150, 220, 240, all the way up 500, 550, 1000, 15, and then 2000. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.